Okay, welcome to this short video on some common mistakes people make that we see week in, week out here at our classrooms of Tfl Training. So thousands of people have passed their exam with us, and we've trained many more as well. So we're going to show you some common mistakes. Some of them you might think are fairly easy to spot, but in the heat of the moment during an examination you may feel differently. Right, first mistake, backwards routes. Yes, backwards routes are a mistake we see a lot of in our classrooms. So always go from green to red. This is the TfL video showing you that you must start at green. You must go from the green marker to the red marker. A lot of people get a bit carried away and they start drawing all over the place, and before they know it they've done a backwards route, which can cause many problems if you're going up one-way streets, etc., because of course marking it backwards you're going to be doing the wrong thing. So you must start at the green marker, very simply put, and you must finish at the red marker. Now we like to remember this as a traffic light system, so you always go on green hopefully, and you always should be stopping at red. We just ignore the amber obviously, and then we finish. So we start at green, end at red. A lot of people make this mistake. They do backwards. They start at red, end at green. Now we move on to number 2 of common mistakes: illegal routes and roads ending. So if we look here at the video, we can see this road here. We cannot go through that black line. No, we cannot, because there's no road for us to go and drive down. So don't be doing any of that when you see that on your digital maps. So for this example, it does go off the screen slightly here, but we'd have to find a different way to go onto that yellow road up there, that yellowy sort of orange road. Okay, next example. Again, we're talking about roads ending. So we've got a start location here and an end location over here, and we cannot do this. Okay, we cannot drive along and then drive through a built-up area. You know, there are buildings there. We see a lot of that on our classroom courses, so please don't be doing that in your exam. You have to find a different route, whichever route that is, hopefully the most direct route, to get the most amount of points. So there's a quick example here of perhaps the route you may have needed to take for this one. And remember, always finishing at the red. Okay. There are different routes we could have taken to get to our location here. We've got a slightly longer route down the bottom here. It does go off the screen slightly, but that's a longer way to get to our end point, and obviously we'd have preferred to have taken the first route. Now next example here is crossing Central Reservation. So we got the New Kent Road here, and we're travelling along in a nice easterly direction, and we cannot cross this line in the middle of the road. Okay, it's a Central Reservation. So if you're doing that, you are certainly going to be marked down by TfL. So don't be doing any of that. And just staying with this stretch of road for the minute, if we're coming from this direction, again, we cannot turn right into it because we're going to be crossing a Central Reservation. So do not do that. Okay, do not do that, because you will lose many marks, many marks, possibly even all of your marks. It's an illegal maneuver. Again, another example here, a right turn where clearly you cannot turn right because of this Central Reservation in the centre of the road, and you will find this all over London. You will find these Central Reservation markings, so don't make that mistake. Now, third mistake, keeping left and keeping left at roundabouts. Okay, this can get confusing. Okay, I get this, I understand this, especially for some people who perhaps are used to driving on the right hand side of the road. However, here at Tfl Training, we like to keep it as it should be, which is correct as we can get it, and we will tell our students to keep to the left hand side of the road, especially at roundabouts. And remember, if you've done a backwards route, if you started it the wrong way, yeah, guess what, you're going to be going the wrong way round the roundabouts, so don't be doing that. Okay, you need to be keeping to the left of the road. Otherwise, big problems for you. Okay, just showing you here, Just driving along the road here, keeping to the left of the road, and we're back to our original location. Now around roundabouts, yep, as many clicks as you want around roundabouts. Make sure TfL see that you have seen that roundabout. Do not cut across roundabouts. So another example here. So just sticking with left of the road. So if we're going from west to east, yep, this is the left hand side of the road. Then we go north, that's the left hand side of the road. Whichever junction you're on, okay, that will always be the left hand side of the road. Now we're going from south to north, that's the left hand side of the road. And then we go west, that's the left hand side of the road. And if we're going from north to south, yep, this is the left hand side of the road. And then we decide to go east, that's the left hand side of the road. And if we're going from east and we're going west, that's the left hand side of the road, and we go south, and that's the that's the left hand side of the road. So there you go, just a couple of examples there of just keeping left. Okay, tunnels, a couple of tunnels in London. We're going to give you an example here of many mistakes we see people make with the Rotherhithe tunnel. Now you'll notice Rotherhithe tunnel starts tunnel approach. Okay, that's what it starts with, tunnel approach. Yep, you're going into a tunnel. Now you see the checkered markings on the tunnel. Okay, the reason why it's checked is because it's telling you it's a tunnel. And also with the Rotherhithe tunnel, it starts tunnel approach and it ends tunnel approach, whichever direction you are coming from. So we give you an example here. So nicely round the roundabout on the left hand side, and tunnel approach. And now we're getting here to this checkered marking. Yeah, we are going into a tunnel. So we have to stick to the side of our tunnel. So as we go north now, underneath the Thames, we're still in a tunnel, remember, we're in the Rotherhithe tunnel. So we're going up, now we're going north, and we're dragging the map as we go. Now this is where lots of people make a mistake. The highway. Yep, you can't go from a tunnel unless you have built a tunnelling machine and land on the highway. It's certainly not for the TfL test, okay? And another mistake people make is they decide to get out the tunnel like this. Yeah, you can't do it because you're still in a tunnel. You've got to get out of the tunnel first. So how are you going to do this? So here's a quick tip for you here. Yep, hug the side of that tunnel. There you go. And now look, we're in tunnel approach again, indicating for the purposes of the Rotherhithe tunnel that you're now out of the tunnel. So yeah, you could go left, left down this road, and then you could go left, swing a left here into the Limehouse, and then you'll be in another tunnel, but that's a video for another day. Okay, so going back, or you could of course go right down Commercial Road here. So don't make the mistake of jumping from the tunnel onto a road. So there you go, that was tip 4. Now, not pressing stop drawing. Now the official TfL video clearly shows you that you have, after every route you do, you press start drawing and then you press stop drawing. There we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 times on the screen there. Please, once you've done your route, press stop drawing. Okay, it's very, very important. So 9 times, stop drawing. Okay. Number 6, not reading the question. Yeah, some people get a bit anxious and they don't bother reading the question and they start drawing lines, which is great. However, you may miss vital information if you don't read the question. Yeah, you must read the question, because guess what? Guess what? If you don't read the question and start drawing all over the place, you might miss something like this. Road closed. Yeah, if there's a road closed, it's going to tell you in the question. It's not going to show you on the map. It's going to tell you in the question. TfL will tell you, don't use XYZ roads, don't use that road, don't use that road. So read the question. Number 7, one-way streets. Yeah, we had to include this one because it can catch people out. So there we are, London, zooming into London now. And certainly central London, it's a minefield in there. Yeah, we've got one-way streets all over the place, and you must travel in the direction of the arrow, of the red arrow. Some arrows are big, some arrows are small. Okay, the length of the arrow indicates what part of that street is one way. So we're just randomly going around Soho here, and we're just following the one-way system, the one-way streets. Okay, we can't go down that street because of course, there is a red arrow pointing against us. Ignore the fact that we're on the right hand side of the road here, okay, just ignore that. It happens to the best of us, but yeah, we're following the one-way system because this could be a real big one for you if you go against the one-way road like this. Okay, do not do this. Now look at the arrow, it's tiny, the arrow is just almost an arrowhead. Don't do it, don't do it. Pay attention to the map, zoom in, zoom out. Yeah, zoom in, zoom out, and look what the map's telling you. So just looking around London, see there's an arrowhead. Yeah, that bit of the street, just that bit of the street is one way, just that one bit. And we've got a couple more, you know, look at the Master Atlas book, look at any digital map, and there are one-way streets all over the place. Okay, so we use qualified experienced trainers. Our courses are carefully developed to enhance your chances of passing the Tfl Topographical test, hopefully first time. We use a comprehensive training approach in relation to this, so you know, do come and see us, do come and book one of our classroom courses where you get hands-on experience in the skills that you need.